Всем привет, это канал Resident Game, меня зовут Яна, мы продолжаем играть в Demonicon с Dark Eye, или наоборот, с Dark Eye Demonicon. В прошлой серии нам сказали добыть древесину и отнести ее 2 людям на выбор. Я думаю, выберу тетку. Хотя я ей доверяю меньше, но мне кажется, лучше ей отнести, чем тому дядьке. Да что ж так? Надеюсь, я правильно иду. О, опять начинается. Какие-то щупальца вылезают. Вообще, ты посмотри на них. Вот козел какой, постоянно отпрыгивает. Ты посмотри на него. Вот только так надо убивать. Он, походу, не убивается, потому что там яд. Так.
Do you have any more questions?
На тебе древесину, женщина.
Do you still need wood?
Did you find some?
Да.
Yes, I have.
Thank you. You have no idea how many souls you have saved here.
Надеюсь.
I want to use this wood to rebuild the shrine to Parain. Without your help, every service held there would have been poisoned. Here, take this as a token of thanks. But not a word to Ulef about it.
What actually happens at the life spring?
First, Gamat comes and inspects the sick.
Ulef said Gamut relieves the suffering.
He is a liar. Gamat seeks out those amongst the sick who will soon die. He then declares them chosen and tosses them with a great fanfare into the mud hole.
And why do the Fernfielders believe in Gamut?
He has a talisman which takes away the pain. But he doesn't relieve their suffering, not him.
Ты что? А?
How can I help you?
I want to make a soup out of wolf lizard eggs.
Wolf lizard eggs. Are you sure?
The soup will not taste very good.
That's not what I meant. Don't you have to be really careful with those eggs because they're poisonous?
In the swamp, almost everything is poisonous. It takes a lot of experience to be able to know just how poisonous. The green lizards here in the Clawmore even have poisonous breath. I wouldn't dare mess with them. They also have hard armor.
What's the point?
I'm going to use them to poison the sick. But before I do, I will bless them in Parain's name. Their souls will be saved, and not sent to the nether hells by Gamat's terrible ritual.
You want to kill the sick by poisoning them like a coward. You're one of Parain's Daons. You have dedicated yourself to life.
And death is also part of life. The poisonous eggs are the only way to save their souls before Gamat sacrifices them to the swamp. Do not worry. I kill only those who firmly believe in the goddess Parain. All the others are beyond help anyway. The nests are in the north, between the cliffs. Just go past the construction. The lizards are jumpy, so they will attack very easily. 3 nests should be enough for a kettle of soup. Any further questions?
Why are the wolf lizards jumpy?
Those lizards are not normal reptiles, but rather chimera, mutated by demonic influence. This makes them part reptile, part demon. They smell the undead flesh, and it attracts them. Yet their instincts warn them. The swamp drives them mad, if you will. No wonder that they often...
The lizards don't...
No. They do eat carrion, but no undead.
What does Ulef think of this treatment? I mean, he could refuse to let you see the patients, couldn't he?
So it has come to the point that I must pay for loyalty. So be it.
Я не знаю, не хочется как-то отравлять людей, это же вообще жопа.
Would arrive just in time, I'd say. Praise parade.
You want to do something for... Good.
Ну, вообще.
Genla is and always will be a Dion.
The great
Ulef.
ceremony just isn't the same.
What is it?
without the masks.
Oh, nothing.
Ну, в
Genla is
принципе,
and always
The
will be.
holy man, great ceremony just isn't
I follow
Have
the
the
12
12
gods
gods
ever
ever
help
help
never lets us down.
как
Do you
бы
think good wood just
Помирают.
appears out of nowhere?
даже не знаю. О, знакомый
How
дядя.
may I be of service, my
Ты что тут делаешь? У тебя хватит денег для меня или нет? Нет, не хватит. Ну ладно. Что у тебя продается интересного? М. Это, я так понимаю, на рукавнике? А это что? Колец у меня мало. Я не знаю, все эти выборы, они жестокие. Руна дерзости. Так, а к оружию рун нет, я так понимаю. Мгм. Или я могу оружие улучшить этими рунами? Нет, не могу. Ладно. Так, а по алхимии у нас что? Одни еды. Стимуляторы какие-то. Сундучок. Вообще, конечно, такие выборы. Один хуже другого. понимаю, мне туда. Так, начинается. Какой-то жестокий этот. Фигня. Ящик, волка ящик. Там еще пошли. А у меня здесь еще. А скипер девушки все. Так. У меня тут еще побочные задания есть. Надо их тоже сделать. Так, я все слышу. Не кажется ли тут ловушки? Я боюсь. Мне, походу, они не рабочие. Побочное задание у меня какое? А, нету их. Ладно. Странно. Мне казалось, было одно, оставалось. Здрасте. О, смотри, это дело. Это хорошо. Понятно. Сейчас, наверное, босс будет здесь. Минуточку. А что у нас наверху? Вон сколько там стоит. Они все меня ждут. Что тут у нас? Опять зомби? Ау! Все? Все, задание выполнено, побочное. Щиты бабки я тоже не доверяю, но, блин, тому как-то тоже не верю. Вот и яйцо. Как они их защищают. Так. Ого. Какие-то они красные там. Что вообще не понимаю. Так, мне дали что-то интересное. Кажется. Или мне показалось? А вот. Это что? Наручи. Понятно. У меня лучше. Мне так кажется. Так, яйцо я взяла. Осталось последнее. Так, чё отлично. Все. Теперь можно назад возвращаться. Так, я это уже читала. Чувак, у тебя деньги появились? Появились. Интересно, откуда они у него? Так, это я продам. Это я тоже продам. Это все метательное оружие. Ну, хоть деньги появились. Кстати. А тут ни хрена нет. Ладно. Сначала я сдам квест, а потом уже к этой тетке пойду. Будем, наверное, отравлять
Have the
бедных
12
жителей.
dogs ever
А чё
helped you,
делать?
stranger?
All done?
Все. Пойдем. Бедные жители.
Would arrive just in time, I'd say. Praise parade.
Genla,
Have you found the poisonous eggs?
Да.
here are the poisonous eggs.
Believe me, this way you have saved many, many
Да.
souls.
Я так не думаю.
Take this. A little help for your further travels. You also acted wisely, and I am not stingy. Here, for your silence. You have proved that you care about the souls of others. I trust you. If you are still looking for these women, I can help you. To be precise, you can help yourself. You and many other poor lost souls.
Plants or animals this time?
In the swamp lurks an evil plant of great beauty. It attracts all that lives and imprisons their souls. If you defeat this plant and bring me its bulb, I can give these souls peace. Perhaps the soul of one of those two women.
Да,
as well.
конечно. Че, их убили?
The Irabar lily. I've heard that it can eat men whole.
Not exactly. The Iribar lily is a plant of Amaziroth, the polymorphic blender amongst the archdemons. Its beauty clouds the spirit, and its pollen sedates. The pollen sends grisly visions with which the archdemon seduces people. And those not strong enough to withstand the visions remain forever imprisoned in the lily's roots. The lily craves for magic creatures in particular. It is said that its tentacles suck their magic powers dry.
What makes you think that the lily is also called the girl?
She was there, she and the elf.
Откуда ты
When they
знаешь?
returned, the girl was different somehow.
Different.
She ran around as if possessed and kept calling the name Chiron. The elf spoke of great knowledge, but I felt that something evil had nestled in the girl. Is this girl very close to you?
Я даже не знаю, что ответить. Ну, если теперь они не брат и сестра, то можно так ответить.
We love each other.
I understand.
I'll look for the lily.
I thank you. With this bulb you can save many souls. You'll find the lily in the east.
Так, что у нас там? Сумочки. Ого. Давайте. Вот это возьмем. Так, а у нас вместе это то, что нам не. Так, куда идти-то? В общем,
If all
Вообще,
have trust you,
они
I
жили
trust you to
вместе
get on side.
с самого детства,
I
он
don't
считал ее
think that was
сестрой.
just about
Будет
some
странно,
eggs.
если он сразу так влюбится в нее, но пофиг. Это же игра. Чего вы хотите?
Welcome.
Чувак, откуда у тебя все время деньги появляются? Где ты их берешь? Ты такой востребованный торговец? Начинается. Я пошла. Вы чё? У меня еще полубофиг на меня. Да. Какого? Стой. Все ли еще буду? Фу. О, какой цветочек красивый. Начинается. Так, эта женщина мне не нужна. Где ты, моя женщина? Покупай. По-моему, за мной кто-то идет. Нет, мне показалось. А вот еще один. Привет. А я думала, это не. О, смотри-ка. Он меня отравил. Хм. Что это? Ты кто? Это я? Ах ты козел. Смотри, он делает то же самое, что и я. Слышь ты? Ну вот и босс. А я все возникала, где босс. Я кликала, бегу на Гон. Что это такое?
Chiron returned to Fernfield, heavily laden with the responsibility for the souls he had snatched from the lily. Befuddled by the pollen, he could not think straight, let alone find an explanation for the vision the demonic plant had given him. Defeat himself to win Calandra back. Did this simple message really point in the right direction? Did its very seductive simplicity disguise the demon lily's
Она же
perfidious
демон,
intent?
ей нельзя доверять.
Or could the vision even hold the answer to the mystery surrounding his gift and the mysterious awakened? If Chiron wanted answers, he would have to find the saint. That was the only way to find out what Azrael planned, the only way he could save Calandra.
Так, сейчас. Кольцо. Они кулон мне дали. И оружие какое-то. Блин. Давай торговать. Я это, пожалуй, продам. Пока что ничего покупать не буду. Ну что, она уже отравила?
I follow
селян
the
или
holy.
еще
Have the
нет?
12
He
gods
never
ever
lets us
helped you,
down.
stranger? Do you think good wood just appears
Well,
out
I'm
of
just
nowhere?
in
In
time,
I'd say. Praise parade.
Thank you. You look exhausted, Chiron. Did you find the lily?
Here's the bowl.
By Parain! Thank you, Chiron. I was worried that these poor souls were lost forever. You've proved yourself worthy of my trust, and if you're willing to trust me, we can save the poor misguided Fernfielders, but let's not rush things. I assume you still have questions.
Whatever happened to the lizard eggs I gave you? Do you really want to kill the sick?
I think it's better if they die quickly and can enter Boron's halls than suffer a long time and have their souls sacrificed in Gamat's meaningless ceremony. In the end, there are many answers to the question of how best to help the sick.
Mercy killings for the suffering. I've seen members of the Order of Gentle Peace doing that in the big cities.
Yes, the servants of the demi-goddess Marbo. She is the gentle daughter of Boron, god of death. Mercy is what she has in common with the goddess Perain. Without mercy, many die in bitterness and return as drowned corpses. The gases of the moor and the heat of their rage make them burst.
Да я уж поняла.
You'd better keep at a distance from them. When I can do nothing more for the body, the soul is foremost. That is my answer to you and to my goddess.
Can you now tell me something about the two women who were here?
I will examine this lily bulb carefully. If it has taken the girl's soul, you must find her body and drive out the demon that now dwells in it. That is, if the body is still alive. Then it takes a mighty ritual of the 12 gods to reunite body and soul. You have to hold to your faith and pray diligently to ensure that the two take no harm. If all goes well, her soul may be saved. There's even a chance that she will survive the whole thing sane, and that the scars will not
And if they have simply moved on?
Then they will have left traces that my
Так.
I have
My husband died when Gamat dragged him down into his life's...
Why did Gamat survive?
I have not buried any dead in the pit since the demonic mutations began. I suspected that something evil lurked there, but Macra was a good man.
While I was at the Lily, I had a vision. Can you help me understand it?
You pay heed to a demonic plant's illusions and then ask me for help?
I saw my father and my sister. She called out for help. She said I should talk to Gamat because he had answers.
Did you?
Yes.
Very enlightening. Do you?
Давай подробно.
A detailed explanation, please.
Every person you saw in your vision symbolizes not themselves, but a part of your personality. Your father could represent your conscience, your upbringing.
My father was imprisoned.
Which means that your thinking is stuck. You must free yourself from misconceptions, or you will constantly...
And my sister? She called out for help.
She represents your feminine side.
Feminine side.
You see? You seem to repress it.
I'm a man, through and through.
You're more than just your body, Chiron. It's about female characteristics. Love, mercy, trust. In the goddess Perain, for example, she too is female.
Right.
The fact that you fought yourself means that you have to make the right decision. Choose the good and stand by...
And what does it mean that my sister advised me to speak with Gamat?
That has no meaning.
Right. A detail.
Every person you saw it...
Опять
Your-
то же
My
самое.
father...
Which...
Так, ладно, давай послушаем еще раз потом. Ну как послушаем? Вот так.
And what?
That...
Right.
Все,
Thank you.
все, до свидания. Я пошла.
So tell me, how will you win back the Fernfielders?
I rebuilt the old shrine with the wood you gave me. Once it is consecrated again, I'll be able to convince the Fernfielders that the gods have not forgotten them.
And you believe that Perain's liturgy can heal them? Didn't that fail you once before?
The need has become even greater. When should the goddess show some understanding, if not now? There are many souls at stake. So many have fallen ill in recent days. It cannot be long before Gamat holds his next ceremony. But if my congregation is large enough by then, we can strike. We can win, Chiron.
A revolt against Gamat? And I'm supposed to be your attack dog?
It's up to you whether you want to fight at our side. Now, all I ask is that you... And of course not... We meet at the Cripple Ash at Fex's hour. We are already preparing everything.
Окей.
Let's go.
Divine Parain, the generous, the merciful, in the midst of evil do we...
Ой.
Divine Parain, we welcome Chiron in our midst. Examine his soul, that he might join us in praying for the blessing of this thy new shrine. Your soul is not yours alone.
Чё за...
You sold it!
I am no demon Pactyr, Genva, believe me.
Whatever you are, Chiron, you've been touched by evil. Your aura poisons our prayer. I cannot allow you to stay here at the goddess's shrine.
Вот коза. Я ж тебе помогала. А ты? Вот так и помогай людям.
Why are you doing this, Genva?
I feel your goodwill, Chiron, but you're too far removed from the goddess. It was the same with Gamat. Ever since Macra fell into the pit with him, great calamity has befallen us. I will not be delinquent again. That's why I now put your fate in the hands of the goddess. Let her judge you.
What can I expect in that gorge?
Once, the gorge led to the Alhanian ruins. Bodies which we buried in the pit sometimes washed up there. Today it is a place of pandemonium. If, in spite of everything, you can still earn the goddess's grace, she will lead you safely to freedom. If not, then descend to join your own kind.
Замечательно. Надеюсь, эти деревья не кусаются. Так. Здрасте. Что это было? Какашками какими-то меня бросаются. Блин. Так, это что у нас за руины? Зомби рабочий? Чё? Что тут происходит? это кто? Это надзиратель? Она еще и говорит. О,
Hello,
боже.
handsome.
My name is Chiron, and you are not like the others here.
If you mean that I'm prettier, then thank you. I'm Latika.
Ulef's daughter.
Нормально.
You know quite a lot about me. What are you doing here?
I think I have a few questions.
So ask away, handsome.
Кошмар.
Do you know Gammat? What's all this about the cult of the Savior?
Oh, that's easy. Gamut needs the undead to dig. He plays the
Вот
savior.
оно чё.
The sick follow him, and he throws them into the pit. In the pit, the swamp joins with them. They are flushed to the excavation through an underground tunnel, and then they begin to work here.
And with the gorge full of tentacles, no one can come here, allowing Gammat and Ulef to keep the fraud a secret from the Fernfielders.
They mean well. Gamut really believes that there is hope of finding an Alhanian artifact here capable of curing the plague. His talisman is a fragment of this artifact. If we find it, it could heal all those suffering from the plague. So it's not entirely wrong to say that the Chosen bear a burden that the swamp can take from them.
А почему ты-то такая?
Does the name Rio mean anything to you?
My Rio? Of course! Will he be joining me soon? He is my first love, you know. When we are finally reunited, our love will last for eternity.
Какой у нее страшный голос.
He even swore it to me.
I'm looking for two women who visited Gammat. A girl and an elf.
Two? Flattering of you to come to me, then. But seriously, the two were with Gamut. He showed them the excavation. The girl was very curious. But I don't think they're in the Clawmore anymore. Gamut talked constantly about them soon leaving for the west. I think he was afraid of the elf.
What did Gammat call the elf? Mother, perhaps?
No, he called her Azaril. But she spoke repeatedly of the two siblings. It seems a brother of this girl and Gamut must have killed the oldest brother before he could marry. And then there's supposed to be another sister and brother. I didn't really understand it all. It was pretty complicated.
Can Gammat order you around because he's a necromancer?
No, no one commands me. The power over the others rests here in the swamp and Gamut's talisman. A powerful thing that also alleviates pain.
Then why are you digging?
The ghoul, one of the mightiest of its kind. Gamut controls it, as he does many creatures in the swamp.
I get it. You fear the ghoul because he eats corpses.
He wants me for my body, like all men.
How come you're not just stupidly working away here? You're undead too.
Yes, but in good condition.
At least better than the ones whose skulls I had to bust on the way here.
Poor souls. But they have as much in common with you as they do with me.
You are undead. You shouldn't be able to think or act independently. Yet you can.
Can't you?
I'm still fighting for my soul, but your fight should already have been decided. Weren't you a normal chosen?
My soul is still in place. My father negotiated that with Gamut before he threw me into the life spring. I was among the first in Warrant to fall sick with the plague. About that time, my father met Gamut. I was the reason why father joined the Exodus.
Do you know what Gamut promised the archdemon Thargunitov, so that she would spare your soul?
No, I don't know how much I'm worth to the Dark Mother.
You're afraid of the answer.
Yes, I am. Each and every time I see the ghoul eating one of the others. We undead just can't hit the ghoul hard enough. And we also can't perform any kind of magic that would kill him.
I need to talk to Gamut. How can I get him here?
Do you see the old machines back there? We had a lot of trouble with them because the belts are broken. If the construction machinery were working again, we would make better progress with the excavation and hopefully find the artifact more quickly. Maybe you're brave enough to steal the webs from the spiders that live here. The threads of spider silk can be used as belts for machinery. Once the machines are running again, it surely won't be long before Gamut shows up.
Ceremonial robes, drive belts. Hard to believe what can be made from spiders' webs.
They are fine, strong, and glisten in the morning dew. Those who create them do so full of hope, and those who touch them cannot leave them. A bit like love, you know?
Aha!
Just make sure you don't get stuck to the threads and get pulled into the machinery.
What?
Just a joke, Chiron.
Well then, I'll just go deal with the spiders.
Какая странная женщина. Что за жесть вообще? Копающая нежить. Вот. Сколько вас тут еще? Так, я все слышу. Что это было? А, это эти копают. Хочу посмотреть, что можно. 300. Тут тоже можно что-то изучить. Что у нас? Оглушающий удар. Громящего оружия нету. Да блин. Может вот это взять? Место финта. Я еще не закончил. Ладно, сейчас тут улучшим. Это не хочет улучшаться. Это тоже. Угу. Лечение. Так, куда мне дальше? Вниз, походу. А там ловушки уж слышу. А, пауки. Ну чё? Чё это значит? Ау. Ой-ой-ой. Что-то было. Так, ладно. Пора заканчивать. Это что-то я заигралась. Всем спасибо за просмотр. И до встречи в новых сериях. Всем пока.